Self-love is a must. To live a full, happy, and beautiful life, you must love yourself, your whole self. It really all depends how much you trust in love.
Wolftelligence!
Welcome back to the podcast. My name is R.E. In this episode, self-love is a must, but how much do you trust? And I didn't used to love myself. I didn't used to trust in love. I was always in a constant state of fear and lack, and always just feeling like something was missing. And there was this huge hole inside me. I always remember this, that I was trying to fill with objects around me and food and bedding and all these things. And I realized that you can try to fill that hole with material objects, but you're always going to want more and more and more and more. In this chase that you're looking for fulfillment and the whole, just to be whole, you're always going to be searching because you're never going to find it, because as cliche as it may sound, it's always going to be inside you. Anything that you've always wanted, which is love, is always inside you. And the only thing that's going to fulfill you and make you whole is already within you, because you are already whole. You are already whole. The only reason that you don't feel like that, because you don't feel the love that's inside you, because you're listening to all these fearful thoughts going through your mind. And the only thing that's going to fill this hole, that I realized, is love. And it all comes down to, do you trust in love? Do you trust in love? No, I actually made a song called Do You Trust in Love, which it might have been the inspiration for this podcast, but I used to not trust in love. And then once I started focusing on finding self-love and inner peace, everything else kind of just like figured itself out. And I know that some people might not like to hear that, and they might not think it's that easy, but finding self-love, at least for me, was not easy. It was like a couple-year journey of really finding myself and getting through all my negative issues and my limiting beliefs and drudging all this stuff up and kind of bringing it to the surface so I could let it go, face it with love and let it go. But self-love is loving your true self. It's not just loving your ego. Your true self, as I've said before, is everyone and everything else. No matter how unimaginable that sounds, it is what it is. Self-love is loving every single thing in the universe, whether it's a blade of grass or your family member or a car or a star or a black hole, or what rhymes with black hole, a piece of gold. No, but all people, animals, plants, fire, water, stars, black holes. Trusting in the universe, it's developing faith, it's developing just the ability to be here for the ride and just enjoy it, and trusting in yourself and your true self as a star of love, a sun, your power, the power of love, just trusting in love in general. And it's something that I trust in more every single day as time goes by, because I see the power, I see the order that love brings to the universe. And it's awe-inspiring, it's beautiful, it's what motivates me to then spread my message, to try to help teach people about self-love and emotional intelligence and mental health. And that's what really drives me. And just this notion that once everybody loves their true self unconditionally, there's really no limit to what we can do and who we can be, because the only thing that really limits us is our fear. And if everybody's just living in unconditional love and respect for each other, I really can't imagine how great of a heaven this can and will be. And until you love yourself unconditionally, your whole self, your true self, you'll feel something missing. And you'll try to look outside you to fill that hole, to fill that void within you. But the only thing that's going to fill that hole, it's going to fill that void, is self-love. And self-love is a must, but do you trust? Do you trust in love? Do you?